streets turn into rivers full of secrets you can't tame. You walked with quiet footsteps like a ghost unsure of place. But even in the shadows there was lightning in your face. You carried all your heartbreak like a lantern made of glass, afraid that if you breathed too hard the fragile light would pass. But darling, in the silence something brighter bloomed for hours, a spark that grew from nothing into electric moonflowers. Your sadness stripped like silver down the corners of your grin, a contradiction living where the storm and light begin. You said you didn't wanna feel, didn't wanna break again, but every time you whispered that you trembled like the wind. Still I watch the glow inside you break through every fear you owned, a field of moonlit flowers rising strong from broken bones. You weren't meant to fade or vanish like the memories you devour. You were meant to bloom at midnight into electric moonflowers. And I saw the way you flickered, caught between the dark and dawn, but the light beneath your sadness kept refusing to be gone. You are more than all your shadows, more than all your hidden hours. You're the spark that blooms at midnight into electric moonflowers. Electric moonflowers growing in your chest, lighting up the places you once swore you would forget. I see your heart unfolding, glowing through the pain, shining in the moonlight like a fire in the rain. Electric moonflowers, delicate but strong, breaking through the darkness where you thought you didn't belong. No matter how you dim or how your spirit towers, you bloom in broken moments as electric moonflowers. You told me you were tired of pretending you're okay, of trying not to notice how your colors fade away. But I could see the beauty in the parts you tried to hide, the trembling hope still dancing in the corners of your mind. You thought the world forgot you, thought your worth was growing thin, but even in your quiet I could feel you burn within. Your heartbeat was a spark against the cold and lonely hours, a rhythm growing wild with electric moonflowers. You said you fear the moments when the night gets far too loud, when the memories you buried all start marching like a crowd. But I'll stand beside you even when your voice is faint, when your soul is cracked and fragile like a half-forgotten saint. Because every tear you've spilled has fed the soil of who you begins to falter like a ship lost in the sea. I'll hold your shaking heartbeat like a vow I never break. I'll steady every tremor, every fear that starts to shake. If your color starts to fade, if your spark begins to drown, I'll lift your glow with gentle hands and turn your shadows down. Because even in your darkest hour, even when you disappear, your light still breaks the silence like a whisper sharp and clear. You're made of quiet magic, made of tender trembling fire, made of everything that blooms when hope climbs out of the mire. If you crumble in the darkness, I will gather every shard, rebuild your fragile petals when the world has made them hard. And when the night grows heavy, when the world feels cold and sour, I'll stay until your soul blooms back. Your electric bloom for me slowly, bloom through the fear. I see your radiance, even when you disappear. The night can't dim you, the past can't devour your eyes through the